を増やすつもりかわからんが、前向きなのはいいことだな。うん。じ
ゃあ早速作りましょう。
お、そうだな。
Farming life in another world. This anime is seriously special. Like, and the reason I say that is the way it does its storytelling is just so unique to me on a very personal level. Like, the way that it does it, the way that they convey the story, you know, the way that they're kind of taking us through the slow life of, you know, this episode was all about rice patties, about, you know, making a bath. They basically kind of cut up the episode into like little mini arcs, very similar to what other anime have done, but it just simply works for me as a viewer, and I'm pretty captivated by just watching Machio kind of go through the different things that he's been doing, right? It's like, okay, first we're going to do the water reservoir, then we're going to do the rice patties, then we're going to do the bathhouse, and kind of run us through that stuff. And then at the end, they hit us with the wolves. Now, okay, I'm going to stop right here because there is one grievance, kind of one annoyance that really stands out to me that kind of sours the experience a little bit for me, again, on a personal level. And I know a lot of you guys hate when I do this and hate when I harp on this specific subject, especially because it's like, oh, you know, who cares about this sex stuff? And I totally understand it, but like when they keep forcing the subject on us, the viewer, you have to be critical of when they don't deliver on what they're trying to do, right? And like, if this truly didn't matter to the creator of this show, of this, you know, whatever the source material was, if the little sex things didn't really matter to the person who created this, they just simply wouldn't be there. But the fact that they are, I have to be able to criticize it. And I think, you know, my biggest grievance right now is Machio's denseness. And it's one of those things that annoys me across most anime who has these really overly dense main characters that's just overused by this time, right? So in this episode, he recruits, I think, 5 new elves. And essentially, when he recruits the 5 new elves, they literally come in, and the head elf, the purple hair girl, I don't know if I have her name specifically written down, Rhea. So the main girl, Rhea, right? She was like the 400-year-old one. She's basically like the senior of the elves, right? She tells like, okay, you girls are gonna live here now. You know, blah blah blah. Machio's like, yes, I need you guys to help me make a new house. They're like, yes, and then Rhea's like, and we also get to repopulate our race and make babies. And Machio's like, I don't know how they're gonna do that. It's like, you're the only male there. Why are you playing dumb? Like, I just wish he would. I had such high hopes for him because when he had the Lucy stuff, right? When we had the vampire girl, and she was like, yo, you just proposed to me. He's like, yes, I did. I was like, oh yes, here we go. Like, we have somebody who's not a dumbass, you know? And now he's kind of reverted back into the dumbass form. It's like, yo, just lean into it. He's like, okay, he should just, you know, I would just have loved him just see like, okay, house first, and then we can make the babies in it. And just something like a little bit, you know? And I don't need the anime to show us anything or to like actually like, you know, give us ecchi scenes. Like, that's not what I need from this anime. What I would need from it is just like a little line, like what I just said, right? It's like, okay, well, first we got to build the walls around, you know, we got to build the rooms for any babies to come through. Let's get that first before we get started, you know? Then they build the house, and then maybe there's a little scene of him getting like really tired after building the house and everything. He's outside, and then they're like, baby making time. And he's like, no, not right now. I'm too tired. And then they just grab him and drag him in the house, and you just see the door close. And then that's it. Like, just something like that. Just something very small that just tells us, the viewers, that hey, our main character is living the dream of dreams with this village of ladies, right? Which is even the dog, the wolf, even is acknowledging that he has his wolf pack here. So just something small, just that tells us like, hey, he's not a total dumbass. He does get what's going on. He does get that all the girls wanna eat out of his cookie jar. Just something very small, I think, would just do wonders for what they're trying to convey, and it would make us, you know, the viewer, feel like, okay, yeah, you know, our main character, he's really living the life here. He's really living that slow life, and he's building out this harem stuff, you know, because that's what they're trying to convey to us. But then when they hit us with the dumbass, like, I wonder how they're gonna build babies, you know, and when they keep hinting at it, and then he just kind of keeps brushing it off, like, it just gets tiring, So I've harped on that enough, but that's the main thing. That's the one thing that I wish, like, man, if they just tweaked that, again, I think it would, like, the show would be even better than it already is. Okay, let me talk about the rest of the episode. So I love how the episode ended. They finally gave the wolf a voice. I was like, yes, they gave the wolf a voice and a little backstory too. The wolf's name, I think I wrote it down here. Where did I put? Because I wrote down, oh my god, the wolf has a name. His name is Kudo. So Kudo the wolf, and he was the original one between him and his lady wolf friend, lady wolf partner, wolf wife. Those are the first two wolves that Machio had inherited or taken ownership of, essentially. And Kuro kind of walks us through that. Hey, living in this forest has been rough. He's always been a solo wolf until he found a partner. And the long story short of it is he always thought no one lived in this forest. He was like, I always thought people just kind of like got in, got out. We got to see a really sad scene of some of the girls who just moved in here, of them in like a little shitty tent and stuff. And I was like, oh, I'm so glad that they're part of this, that they're part of the village now here, and they can settle down and like build a life in the forest. I was like, that's so cool. But he walks us through how, like, there's the king of the bear, which is like the king of the forest. And even the bear doesn't dare to go in the middle of the forest where Machio is kind of basically setting up camp, setting up his life, setting up his town, his village and stuff. Which I thought that was an interesting anecdote. But eventually they went that way just to say F it, and then they got taken in by Machio. He's like, I sensed immense power from his tool, and we just decided to become his property, essentially. They decided to become they decided to make Machio their master, and he was like, that was the best decision we ever made, blah blah blah. And he was like, I see my master's really powerful now, with him building out his own pack here and people kind of following in line with him. And then he hits us at the end of the episode. He's like, the one thing that my master doesn't understand, though, is that we are the feared, him and all his children, we are the feared infernal wolves. And he's like, but it'll be all right. And then he runs to go jump into Machio's arms. And Machio goes to like, I was like, it's so cute. And then just the fact that it's like, yo, these wolves are like they'll ruin towns and cities and stuff. Like, these are like some feared ass animals, feared ass monsters. And he's like, but it'll be fine. Just for sake of time, I know we're already kind of really deep in here, but I really like the rest of the episode. I like that Zabuton found a queen bee. I like that he built a little beehive for them. I thought that was really cool. I like how the queen bee was just right on his shoulder. I thought that was really cool too. I like how they built the rice fields. All the girls got a little dirty with it. He was able to get the rice going. He was able to do rice balls. They was able to get fish out of the reservoir that he built. I like that he built the bathhouse finally, so now he has somewhere to actually wash himself off of, because he doesn't have magic like the rest of the girls do, because they're just able to use magic to kind of get themselves clean. He's not able to do that, so he actually needs to take a bath. So now he has a bathhouse. I love how all the girls, he was trying to tell all the girls how to use the bathhouse, and they're like, you just need to show us. We don't really understand what you're saying. So he got declothed, and he showed them, and then all the girls just got naked, and they just jumped in with him too, and he's like, oh no, what should I do with her? And even like Tia and Lucy were just like, yo, live the dream, bro. Just be in here with us. And so I like that she had, Lu's the one that continues to kind of bring him down to earth. And then we ended with the baby making, and then the Kuro stuff with the dog. So I thought that was really cool. But overall, really loved the episode. There was just that one thing that just kind of keeps sticking out to me, that I thought this anime was going to not be, and then they reverted back to that dense character archetype. And I'm like, what? Why? What happened here? I thought we had a big win here. But overall, really good episode. Really enjoyed it quite a bit. I hope that they remedy that I'm talking about. But overall, I can't wait to see what happens next, because next episode we're gonna get curry making. So, all right, I'm gonna see you guys next week. Peace.